Today, let's share more things equally. What do you know about 5, 6? Well, I know that my numerator is 5. That tells me how much I get to eat. I know that 6 is the total pieces. So I know that I am getting to eat less than one whole cake because there are 6 total pieces in the cake and I'm eating 5. So it's almost one whole cake, but it is still less than one whole. I also know that it's more than a half because half of those 6 total pieces would be 3. So I'm getting to eat 5 pieces, so I'm getting to eat more than a half of a cake. So, how do you think we could represent the number 5/6? Okay, here's 2 different ways that we have represented the number here. Okay, so on this first section, they have shaded 1 out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total pieces. Here they've shaded 1 out of 6, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 6, and 1 out of 6. So the shaded pieces here are 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6. The second here, they have had 1 total cake, and they've put it into 6 total pieces, and they have shaded 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6. So here they have shaded 5/6 also. They've just represented it differently. So let's look at our problems here. Some dancers share water. Partner A says 2 dancers share 1 liter of water. So we have 2 dancers. They're going to share. That means what? Share means to divide. They share 1 liter of water. So we know that 1 represents our total because that's what they are going to share. Our 2 dancers represent our groups. How do I know that the 2 dancers are the groups? Well, because groups have to be able to put something in them. So what are the dancers going to put inside of them? The water. So we know that the groups are my dancers. The water is my total. So we have total. Remember, total has to come first in your division problem. Divided by groups equals in each. So we're trying to find out how much water goes in each dancer. Okay? So let's represent that with a drawing here. So we have 1 liter. We have 2 groups, 1 group, 2 groups. And then that way we know 1 out of 2, so a half. So each dancer gets to eat half or drink half a liter of water. Okay? Okay, partner B says that there are 3 dancers and they're going to share, which means divide, 1 liter of water. 3 dancers are my groups. My liter of water is my total. So we have total first for division. Total divided by groups equals in each. How much water goes in each dancer. Okay, so once again, I'm going to draw this out. 1 liter, 3 groups. 1 out of 3, 1 out of 3, 1 out of 3. So each dancer gets 1/3. Okay, let's look at this one. There are 3 dancers Those are your groups. They're going to share. That means divide. 2 liters, that's your total of water. How much water does each dancer get? Okay, so I have total divide 3 groups. Okay, 1 out of 3, 1 out of 3, 1 out of 3. So 1/3 for each section. And here would be one of my dancers, the second dancer, and the third dancer. So the first dancer is getting this part and this part. So they're getting 2/3. So the division problem is 2 divided by 3 equals 2/3. Okay? So let's look here. When we're looking at a fraction, we can think of it as a division problem. Okay? So this is how we would say that. Start from your numerator, that's the top. 2. The line represents your divided by 3. 2 divided by 3. And that's how you would write the equation out. Here, 2 divided by 3 equals 2/3. 2 divided by 3. Okay, let's look here. Ma said that each dancer gets 3/2 of a liter of water because it is 3 people sharing 2 liters. Explain why Ma's answer does not make sense. Okay, so sharing means divide. So let's see if she did it right. 3 people are your what? Those are my groups. The 2 is my what? Total, because I'm having to take that total water and share it between these groups. So the people are the groups. Why? Because you are getting to put something in them. What are we putting in them? The water. So what comes first in a division problem? The 2. So it would be total divided by groups. So it is the same as number 3. Total divided by my groups. So remember how you write this as a division problem. When we go switch it into a fraction, it should be 2 divided by 3. So we would read that as 2 divided by 3 is 2/3. Okay, so what did she do wrong? She said that it was 3/2. Well, that means that she got her groups and her total messed up. Okay, she put her groups total divided by groups. So the 2 comes first. 2 divided by 3, 2/3. Okay, so let's look here at 5/6. 5/6 can be described as a division problem. So remember, 5, that's your groups. 6, that's your total pieces. We can also say that 5 would be how much you get to eat. Okay, so 5 groups, 6 total pieces. How do we say that as a division problem? Where we would say 5. Remember, the line stands for divided by 6 equals your 5/6. 5 divided by 6.